All right, fellas, we are back with another TV talk, only with the topic I want to cover today. There's actually not that much delicious content on YouTube, so we're going to have to dilly-dally in the world of Instagram because something was brought up to my attention that I've seen in the past. I didn't put too much stock into it, but now that I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm more grizzled, gritty, determined. I revisited this sucker, okay? So I saw a post from Brett Contreras, the glute guy, because, everyone in today's day and age, they want glutes. They want this shape, and they only care about the looks. They don't care about the horse cockery, but I freaking do care about that. I want to move maximum tonnage, okay? I don't give a rat's patoot about a bubble butt. I just want a huge horse's arse to hoist the biggest loads possible. So I saw this post from Brett. I'm not even going to show it. The guy just chills glute exercises, and it looks like he makes stuff up. But he was using, there's no shade either, obviously. I guess he's like one of the freaking founding fathers of all glute exercises and hip thrusts and things of that sort. But this doozy here, okay, this was a tool because he's always looking for new things to, throw in his arsenal to keep it spicy, because variety is the spice of life, especially when it comes to training. His people are probably sick and tired of doing the freaking hip thrust. So he's like, well, shnikes, I got to think of something freaking groundbreaking and revolutionary, right? So I see him using this sucker right here. And in fact, it was this exact same exercise. I'll show you what we're dealing with here. Chuck Vogal pole, okay? The West Side notorious powerlifter, all-time world record holder, jacked and stacked. People know him from his horse cocking deadlifts, whatever. Anyways, he came out with this tool here. Check this sucker out. Look at this. It's a giant phallic shaft. That thing's got to be 36 inches. And essentially, he's doing hip thrusts. I don't know. We don't need the volume cranking for this, but he's in this freaking, quad stretched position, hitting those hip thrusts, basically. 3 plates on it. Looks extremely uncomfortable. Like, this thing's really digging in there, too. But when I saw it, it got my got my wheels turning. You know what I mean? It really wet my whistle because it made me think. I was like, I came to the page. I'm looking at this. I look at this clip here, and this is him with Henry Cejudo, who is like a Greco-Roman Olympic champion or something along those lines. Let's crank the volume up on this one. Look at that. See, looks just miserable. Wait, what is it? Working with Henry Cejudo on some power pull movements. Great tool for all athletes, especially MMA. Get yours today at Lexington Ironworks. Okay, so anyways, there's really not much to it. But I'm seeing this, and I'm thinking to myself, well, holy buckets. I mean, yeah, that does look like that would be a great tool for MMA and wrestling and things of that sort, because essentially it's just like if you were going to freaking, to get guys like a waist lock or something, hip in, it's the exact same thing. All that freaking leverage point where you hoist that sucker, it's the exact same thing, but instead of a body, you have a thick phallic shaft with a bunch of weights attached to it, but it's the exact same motion. You know what I'm saying? So then it got me thinking, I'm like, well, maybe there is some use to this. Let's check out another clip. He's doing he had the kneeling one, he had the freaking the isometric, and here it's like almost like a rack pull phallic thrust. I mean, I guess you could look at this as like almost like a good morning, but the loading point is different. Anyways, it got my wheels turning, boys, and I figured, well, let's start to investigate this more with the fellas. Let's go to the hashtag, because I told you I went to YouTube, and there's not too much But I figure, let's check out some footage here, because this stuff just gets crazy. When I went to this power pole hashtag, I figured the fellas gotta see this, because this is freaking training. Is this optimal? Would Renaissance periodization approve this? I think they would. Check this out.
Yeah. Come on.
Now you got the phallic shaft just seriously horse-cocking weights. So there's a like a nice hooks there so you can back squat.
Come on.
You guys, this is starting to change the way that I'm looking at all of my training now. Okay, and maybe before I'll talk too much about it, let's see what else we got. This looks like we've already seen this doozy, this exercise. This is the kneeling stiff boys. It looks like a real pain in the ass. Like you need someone to hold the bulbous tip and pull that sucker up for you. But you see how it digs into the stomach? That just looks uncomfortable. You think you'd want to lower it into the pubic bone for better, like, you know, freaking optimal thrusting. But I mean, it's just, it's exciting, guys, because, you know, at the end of the day, like, people are too embarrassed to do hip thrusts at the gym. I'm going to order this sucker and I'm going to do this at the gym, okay? I made this really close so you can see the content, but can you imagine strapping on this thick, girthy, phallic shaft and just getting after it balls to the wall in the gym with a giant shaft? What will gym goers think if they see someone kneeling? Oh! Are you gonna get head shakes of disapproval, or is it gonna spark the interest and now all of a sudden we're gonna see the freaking power poles, you know, across the nation? I'm kind of willing to bet we're gonna see these power poles springing up more and more across the nation, okay? And I will raise my hand and be the first to say I will contribute to this cause. I really am one for this. Look at this. Let's banded. This looks good. You gotta throw the rubber on the shaft. Are those are like band pegs. They have. You can tell this guy. You can tell that this Chuck Vogal was a West Side guy, because this is like, you have a thick phallic shaft strapped to your body with, on the back, you can load a barbell on these hooks, and then you have band pegs on the bottom as well. A band pegged back squat, thick phallic shaft thrust. I mean, if that's not a conjugate exercise, I have no idea what is. Also, here's a good one. This is just literally go for a walk the dogs around the neighborhood. You know, it doesn't look like it takes too much weight either. But I guess the way it's loaded, it's forcing you to keep your hips driven forward. So that's got me thinking though, like if you can feel it and you can get your glutes activated just going for a walk, like why not wear this thing when you're even doing like curls, cable push downs, like literally anything. Imagine doing, overhead press. You know how when you overhead press, you tend to like kind of lean back a bit, but you'd have this thick, girthy shaft loaded with plates. So if you are going to lean back to press, like to lock out, a freaking glute activation up the wazoo with the loaded shaft. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can literally wear this thing for everything you do, almost. Other than benching, it would dig into the bench, it would ruin the upholstery. But, I mean, obviously, we've already seen people deadlift with it. Here's another band resisted thrust. Very little weight. It's pretty funny. I would imagine it gets your glutes fired like no other, because the guy's got a freaking 25 on and a little mini band boy strapped to his Johnson. Yeah, here we go. This girl's getting after it. I love seeing this. Guys, this is what makes me the most excited. Look at this. You're telling me you're doing this at the gym. You're not going to be the cock of the walk with everyone gawking at your cock of the walk. You know what I'm saying? You bet your freaking buns I'm doing that. And you know what's funny? So the second I saw that and the second I looked at all this footage here, oh my God, dude. The guy's bending a horseshoe while wearing it. Like I said, you can literally wear this thing to do anything. I mean, we're going to have to... He's literally wearing it to bend a horseshoe. Talk about glute activation up the wazoo as he bends a horseshoe. That just proves my point right there, fellas. The world is going to be transformed with the most freaking succulent ass, like literally succulent, bulbous asses, if we all come together and wear the power pole as we bend horseshoes. And look at this guy. He's got a chain. This is just getting like downright BDSM or whatever it is. He doesn't even have any weights. As his tip gets up, the chains all come off the ground. You can't, at this point, there's no way that's, like, why wouldn't you just put a plate on? That's got to be like 15 pounds of chains. But anyways, I'm excited, but like I was saying, I love this stuff. So I went to the website that they sell, like Lexan Ironworks or whatever, and I saw it, and I was expecting the thing to be like, I don't know, like a $200, you know what I mean? Like, oh, a nice big girthy piece, long, smooth piece of steel, $200. Well, it turns out the thing's like $450, okay? And then the shipping is like another $100, and then there's like a $25 handling or something too. So it's like, it's a damn near $600 piece of equipment. But I'm telling you, that did not deter me, because I look at this footage here and I just see like unlimited freaking potential here in terms of squats, in terms of deadlifts. Look at how freaking long. Did they have to make the thing so freaking long? Like, I haven't seen anyone use more than like 3 plates, but they designed this sucker. The tip doesn't, it's like you could fit like literally, you could fit like 8 plates on that. So you have unlimited room for growth. Big red rocket. Yeah. I mean, that's about the gist of it. I think it's this guy. Power pull squats, bringing my stance up just a touch. He's got the blue boy, the big blue. Could they make the thing look any more phallic, by the way? You know what you could do is you could hook up 2 kettlebells. On those band pegs, you can hook up 2 kettlebells for a big freaking matching ball sack for the giant baldest tip. The hell's happening here? Oh, yeah. The hell's happening here? Thank you for being my friend. Okay, well, we're glitching out, but the hell? Oh. I just want to look at more shafts being hoisted with copious loads. Anyways, guys, we're talking about the freaking future, okay, of training. If this sucker doesn't in fact feel good Oh, I'll be the first to let you know because I already ordered it. $600 gone like that. Freaking, it's worth it. There's no greater feeling in the world than finding a trick to activate your freaking glutes, to increase your deadlift, increase your squat. I mean, we're talking, I'll be wearing this sucker for trap bar deads, for freaking, looks like you maybe do Zerchers with it or something too. Obviously, back squats. I'm going to wear it for curls. I'm going to wear it for freaking triceps. I'm going to wear it for delts, obviously. As long as the girthy girdle is comfortable, I'm, frick. Just let me look at the content. All right. Anyways, I just figured, guys, I had to make something different, you know, stray from the path of the typical pencil neck energy, the PNE, the pencil neck shittery, the PNS, the pencil neckology. I'm sick of it. This is like the total opposite. This is like sheer freaking horse cockery. I mean, we're talking, I wish I could go back into the other videos because let me tell you something real fast. Frick. I just want to see someone hoist a thick, girthy, bulbous rod. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, like I said, there's not much to talk about here. This is something that I can see taking over the world, really. And I'll be, again, the first to freaking dedicate my body to putting this to the test. And hopefully, I don't really care so much about the voluptuous backside, but hopefully we see a tremendous boost in deadlift strength. That's really all I'm looking for. If I can see something like that, then I'm a happy man. And I'll be willing to take this to the public gyms as well. I have no shame, okay? You think that I give a rat's patoot that people think it's a little strange that I have a giant thick shaft strapped to my hip bone as I'm getting engorged to the max? It doesn't matter. They can laugh at me. They can snicker under their breath. But when I come back and I'm horse cocking weights they can never even dreamed of, I'll be the last one laughing.